Hello everybody, let me see if you can see me. Yes, you can see me, but I'm a bit dark here because there's no light coming from the front and a lot of light here from the window. So let me change the lighting position just a moment. I need to switch on my lights. Just a moment. So, this should be better. I hope you can hear me too. Guten Abend, auch an die deutschen Zuschauer. So, ich muss hier noch still have to secure my yoke assembly. Very good. So, we are ready to go. Hey Daniel. So, let's have a look. I have started programming the FMS, but I still need my load sheet. Let's try to do it the following way. Oh yeah, you can't see it. Doesn't matter. I don't want to waste time now converting it to a file and starting sim toolkit pro. No. So we have payload 10.4 and fuel 6.5. So let's start with the fuel 6.5, fuel request fuel truck, and the payload's 10.4, total payload 10.4. Okay, so we're looking at a 0 fuel mass. I can show you as well. So we're looking, I'm on in sim brief now. This is my operational flight plan, the OFP, and I'm looking here at the weight and balance section. And so I entered the payload 10.4 and the fuel, but even without a fuel we should read a 0 fuel weight of roughly 53.5 tons. Let's have a look. Yeah, 53.5. Good. So this part of the checking has been already done, and while this thing is continuing to add fuel, we can program this here 53.5 0 fuel weight. We're looking for 6.5 tons. We currently have 4.5. I request the pushback tug now.
Ground to cockpit, go is landing up.
And now we need to set our alternate fuel, that is München 1 ton, and final reserve as well 1 ton, so 2 tons exactly. 2 tons, and cost index here 85. Yeah, this week I'm a pure sim pilot, huh? I've been to the sim in Paris for training on my real aircraft, and yeah, so level 360. And average wind 286.25. Ah, come on. 286/25. And average ISA deviation +5. So +5. Very good.
Okay,
Fuel is not done yet, so I will not calculate the mass at this point in time. Alright, so I heard ATC has arrived here, local ATC has arrived, so let's see if there's an ATIS to... Yeah, yes, there's a split ATIS, that's 125.3, I can show you. Yeah. There's an approach and tower controller, yeah, very good, 1253. So 125.3. And somehow... Okay, so the voice ATIS is broken again. Very good. No problem, because we can, by clicking on a station, you can get its station information, and if you click on an ATIS, you get its textual version. There we go. So we have information Bravo. Expect ILS approach runway 05. 220 degrees 8 knots, Cavwalk, temperature 23, dew point 80, QNH 1018. So let's say already the QMH 1018. Oh, 1018, and this should be synchronized with the left altimeter. Very good. Oh, looks like our fuel is done. Takeoff CG is 20.2. Let's finalize this. Execute N1 limit. We're gonna use runway 05, so we're gonna have 8 knots of tailwind. No issue, I think. We would just accept it, whatever. So, but I don't want to derate too much in this case, so maybe 20 degrees. We can do T01, climb 1, flaps 5, and 20 point, was it 4 or 2? 20.2. Short-term memory is something for young people. I'm not young anymore. Trim 5.75, and here are our takeoff speeds. V2 134. 140. So 5.75 on the trim for takeoff. Set. And runway 05, V2 140 is set here. Okay, set the flight director. And auto brake RTO. This one can go to takeoff speeds, and here we will select the departure. Runway 05 it will be, the rest will be by ATC when we call this guy for clearance. So, yeah. Up. Okay. So we need split tower 124.67. And we need approach next, that will be 120.87. 120.87. Cool, done.
At time 1730 Zulu, expect ILS.
Ah, now the ATIS does work. Funny.
Transition level 105.
Okay, we go back to Unicom on COM2. So bye bye Swift overlay. I think das ist, ich glaube das ist Standard, ja. Ich bin aber nicht sicher. So, wie schaut's aus bei den Herren da drüben in der Austrian und Lufthansa? Seid ihr bereit? Actually, I think we don't. Ich glaube, wir brauchen kein Pushback. Das ist hier Self-Maneuvering, ne? Ich glaube, da kann ich den Pushback wieder wegschicken. Machen wir gleich. So we don't need pushback probably because it's self-maneuvering. So let's connect the APU generator. Hey. Hey, ich bin's. Ich weiß jetzt deinen Namen. Ich war nämlich heute im Bruchsal. Jetzt weiß ich, wie du heißt. Oder hast du mir mal gesagt? Egal. So, ground service, better pushback, terminate.
Disconnecting, so stand by.
Dober dan, goodbye pushback. Ja, ja. Dein Name ist nicht Igor, sondern so ähnlich. Ich sag's ja hier nicht. Das ist ja alles hier Privacy. Keine Sorge. Cool. Dann können wir die push, we want chocks and we disconnect the GPU. We have selected on, we have connected the APU generator, so we can do that. Okay. So. Igor, Ivan, ja. So. Dann. What the fuck?
So it's disconnected and bypass pin has been removed.
Ah ja, im
Signal on the right,
Hintergrund. In the
see you
background,
next time
yes,
and
some
have a
acting.
safe flight.
Well then, I need my scribble paper. Maybe you can see the call signs I used during my last flights. Maybe you remember, that was our King Air flying to Hamburg. And funnily, without getting a supervisor calling us, asking us about our call sign. So we are, what do we say? We are Hapag Lloyd 5-6 Sierra. And we have information Bravo QMR 1018. And we expect the departure via, was it Sirmi. Nö, da wird man nicht gebannt. Das Callsign gibt's ja wirklich. Deswegen ist ja nicht unrealistisch. Es ist ja existent, wirklich. Okay, we wanted to... Oh yeah, I wanted to... get the charts. I know, but I have to make them again. Because I used the charts for runway 22, but I print them again, that's all. Submit. Ist da ein Hund am Grummeln? Hallo, Grummelhund. Rolling dog. Okay, done with this. So, one more time. LDSP, ausschneiden, cut and paste. PDF chart, Hamburg out, very good. And we can do this, and we go here to AVTAB charts up. So, runway 05, So it may be the Sierra 1 Whiskey departure, but let's call this guy. Split Tower, good evening. Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, information Bravo, request clearance to Salzburg.
Hapag 56 Sierra, good evening. Split Tower, standby for clearance. Lufthansa to Far Romeo, exit runway 05 and report ready for departure.
Runway 05 and report ready for departure, Lufthansa to Alfa Romeo.
Hapag 56 Sierra, you are clear to your destination S5 via Simmery 1 Whiskey departure, runway 05 in use, initial climb 5000 feet, squawk 5261.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, Sierra 1 Whiskey departure, climb altitude 5000 feet, squawk 5621.
Hapag 6 Sierra, read correct?
Roger, Hapag 56 Sierra, request startup.
Hapag 56 Sierra, startup approved, call for taxi.
Start approved, we call you Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. Cool, so let's finalize the settings. So runway 05, Sierra 1 Whiskey. Pop.
Split Tower, good day, Lufthansa 85 Kilo, request
And now let's check it for answer chart. So 480 feet, go to SP 800, less than 160, 185 knots, at or below 5,500 and above 4,000 feet. Wow, so many conditions. So 185, 4,000, 5,500, that's good. Then waypoint 801, 185 below 7,500 feet. Then split VOR. Let's have a look. So 185.75, split VOR, 210 knots or less between level 110 and 5,000 feet. Nee, mehr Daten. Nee, mehr Daten weiß ich nicht. Ich weiß nur, dass du der Beste bist von deinem Kurs. Aber das dürfte dich nicht überraschen. So, dann next waypoint. Sierra Papa 803, 8,000 or above, Sierra at or above level 105. Yep. So all the waypoints are checked. In this case, we can select heading LNAV. LNAV? Why can't I select? Oh, because there's a lag here. What's the departure? So we need the 10.5 lock DME.
So I'm through correct 118 and call you Austrian 756.
Split Tower, Lufthansa 85 Kilo at stand 4 with information Bravo, request clearance to destination Salzburg.
So 059 track.
Lufthansa 85 Kilo, you are clear to your destination S5.
480 feet, turn right 147 track to Sierra Papa 800, then 229 at 01. Yeah, okay, we have that. So basically, big circle out overhead. And in that turn, do not overshoot the DME 4.5 arc, DME arc from the split VOR. So that's because the city is here and obviously there's terrain here. So our main threat is here, early right turn, because there's terrain everywhere. If we have an engine failure, we just go heading 150 and we're going to be safe. And you see the MSA here in this sector is 7,300, over here it's 8,400, so it's quite high. And in the southern part it's 3,700. So why can't I select enough? Maybe because the first waypoint of that routing is an altitude and not a waypoint. This may be a limitation of the FMS, or the LNAV mode, rather. Well then, let's start up the birds. So, seat belts, beacon on, fuel pumps, let's do the flow here, blah 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 blah, fuel pumps, blah 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 blah. Start belts, few hydraulic pumps
Lufthansa 8 Mike
off,
Kilo, start and
off,
proof, UNH
open,
1018
APU
and coming for
lead
taxi.
open, and
Startup is approved,
that's
UNH
it. And we
1018.
can start engine number 1. So we're waiting for about 22, 23%, 2, and then we select fuel on, yeah, and we have a GT rising and 1 rising, and as well the oil pressure should be rising. There we go. Looking fine, looking good. And while we're doing this, we can look up some more details. So we are parked here in stand 8, so we're gonna turn out right, and then via what's it called? Taxi route 2, holding point Alpha, runway 05, then we have to backtrack. Is there something else? Or is this the ground chart? The ground chart is here. And the runway heading is 049 degrees. Okay. And if we need to come back in a hurry, where's that ILS? Didn't I print the ILS 05? No, I didn't. Doesn't matter. We fly a visual approach. Works. Okay, then we start engine number 1. Start valve open, N2 increase. Again, we're waiting for about 22, 23% N2, and then we select fuel on here, or idle rather. Yep. Idle. We have fuel flow, EGT rise, N1 rise, oil pressure rising. Looking nice. Cool. So that start is completed. We can do the after start do list. So we start again here in this column, and then this column we connect the engine generators. We can shut down the APU. Window heat, probe heat is automatic. NTI is off. Hydraulic pumps. Start switches here. Continuous. Pack auto, valve auto, pack auto, APU off. Cruising level set, landing altitude, elevation. Has to be verified. We have a look. And then Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra is ready for taxi.
Hapag 6 Sierra, hold position. Traffic is taxi behind you.
Yeah, we're holding position. Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra. Nice tongue breaker, 56 Sierra. When I think about it, not very well chosen by me. Oh, maybe we should as well select here flaps to 5, and we could as well maybe remove the chocks. Yeah, better.
Hapag 6 Sierra, taxi to holding runway 05 by Alpha, behind Airbus A319, behind.
Number 2 behind Airbus 319, taxi holding Poland, runway 05, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra. Okay, then taxi light on, park brake released, and nose wheel steering works. Magic, it's a kind of magic.
Austrian 756, technical runway 05, report for departure.
Backtrack runway 05, call you also 76.
think I have to change the time, otherwise we're gonna arrive at night time, and we don't want this. Oh yeah, we have to reset the reverse switches here on my throttle quadrant, so they don't become too sensitive, overreactive. Now we have time, because we have to, anyways, we have to wait for this guy to depart. So now 20:07, and we go to 19:0007. Better. Departure review. So we climb straight ahead, 480 feet, we make a right turn, 059, then we try again LNAV, and we should turn right towards the waypoint. Initially 185 knots maximum speed until we reach the second RNAV waypoint, then we can increase 210 knots. We have several maximum and minimum altitudes to respect. Our climb clearance is 5,000 feet. We are aware of terrain just straight out from the runway, so in case of any mishappen or malfunction, we have to make a right turn. And we're gonna fly heading 150. We can avoid terrain visually. And we climb at least, well, the MSA we said was 3,700 feet. So we climb at least 4,000 feet. And if we have to come back in a hurry, we fly a right-hand circuit in regards to terrain at 2,000 feet, and we land back. We have the ILS set selected, don't we? Yeah, we do. Yeah. IST.
Boston 756, runway 05 for takeoff in 0, nice landing, have a nice flight and contact.
So we can here set the Dravnik NDB 418.
And departure frequency 128, 75. See you next time, Boston 756.
756, thank you, see you, bye bye.
418. So in this case, we can select the needle here. Up. Up. These guys are still busy, starting up. So the Austrian, who is just on the runway and who has just been cleared for takeoff, I am part of his group, and the other pilot I'm following is here, this Lufthansa pilot. Oh, we didn't set the transponder code. Oh, my bad. 5621. At least he has not complained yet. I like that. And transponder is...
Request taxi for Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo.
I forgot.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, taxi on runway 05.
Oh, we missed his takeoff. Damn it. Ah, look, now the gear's retracting. How cool is that, huh? Cool. Now, Lloyd 560, we are ready for departure. Hello. Cuckoo. Lloyd 560, ready for departure.
560, position.
Holding short, Lloyd 560. Why? Anyone in someone approach? Oh, there's one guy, he is about 15 miles out, and he's not even on final yet. Lloyd 560. If it helps, we're able to expedite the backtrack. I know you have somebody on final.
Back 60, Roger, but hold position, I try to go to it.
Roger. Ja, Prost, genau. Hier, schönes Weißweinchen. So ein White Wine.
Oh, good evening, Trump Jet 178 with Abo request. Alpha to honor.
Tomjet 178, evening speed tower, you are clear to your destination is file via Zibo 1 Whiskey departure runway 05, initial climb 5000 feet, squawk 5265.
Yes, we are Zibo 1 Whiskey, SE 5000, squawk 5265, Tomjet 178.
That's the Lufthansa.
Tomjet 178, are you correct?
Who's following us?
Request for Bush, Tomjet 178.
Yo yo.
Tomjet 178, start at the Bruce QNH 1018, and this is
Flying without alcohol is like
Just out of the move the cost taxi.
driving sober. It's not good. So it looks like we're not going to depart early. Oh, what early? Now. What a pity. Ja, ich habe auch XCSL, aber das könnte ein Bluebell sein. Mal schauen. Können wir gleich sehen hier. Moment. Swift GUI. Kann man mal gucken hier.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo is holding point runway 05.
Also von der 8 Mike Kilo. Mal schauen.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, Roger.
Ah ne, ist XCSL, ja. Hier, BB Bluebell, ja, das Bluebell. Aber das ist
Holding
XCSL.
position Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo.
Wo ist die Ryanair? Sehe ich nicht. Aber das Tomjet hier, der Tomjet, das ist hier, Bluebell. Und die Austrian da hinten ist
Sierra,
noch,
5261.
okay, Squawk 5261. Ich habe aber vorhin 5621 zurückgelesen und du hast gesagt, Readback correct. Aber macht ja nichts.
Paka 6 Sierra behind landing aircraft backtrack runway 05 and advisory for departure behind.
Okay, we have traffic inside, behind the landing aircraft, runway 05, backtrack and line up behind. Harbour Light 560. Okay, that's a bit disappointing. I could have...
Tower, flying Bulgaria 089er on final runway 05.
Flying Bulgaria 089, good evening.
Ah ja, Moment, was gibt's hier?
Runway 05 to land, wind 220 degrees, 8 knots, have a nice landing.
Clear to land runway 05, wind copied, thank you.
Split Tower, this is Ryanair 513, very good evening, requesting radio check.
Ryanair 513, very good evening to you, Captain. Split Tower, radio 5.
Roger, then Ryanair 513, we have information Bravo for requesting clearance to Varna.
Yeah, we could have
Ryanair
backtrack
513,
and take
Bravo is
token off
correct. You are clear to Varna.
in good time,
Via
in really good
Zibo
time.
1 Whiskey departure, runway 05, finish climb 5000 feet and squawk 5266.
This guy's still 5 miles out. Okay, now you see, huh? Key extension, yeah, very nice.
3266, Ryanair 513.
Ryanair 513, negative, squawk 5266.
Squawk 5266, Ryanair 513.
Ryanair 513, very bad. Correct.
Okay, 178, ready for taxi.
Tomjet 178, hold position, traffic behind you.
There he is. Bulgaria fly. Yeah, Bulgaria. Then let's go. Backtrack. So we have taxi light, strobe light, wing light. Oh no, wrong one. Wing light to inform the cabin that we will be departing soon.
Approaching 05.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
So let's see. We are entering a runway, so we
On
need
runway 232.
transponder TARA lights.
Feet remaining.
We have heading select the nav armed. We can arm the auto throttle. Idle. Thrust. So slowing down for a reversal turn here. Let's see, probably have to go left. So you have to you want to use as much as possible here of that turn pad. Nee, ich hab... Hey, face way. No, I have a different... I have a...
Tower, flying Bulgaria 09, vacated runway 05.
Break.
Just wait a moment.
6 runway 05.
On runway 05.
7 knots after departure. Split radar frequency 120. Have a nice flight. See you next time. Bye bye.
Okay, runway 05, clear takeoff, and we contact the approach controller whenever on Haberlight 56 Sierra. Thank you, goodbye.
Goodbye.
Then landing lights.
Flying Bulgaria 899, good evening.
60%, and brake release, elapsed time,
Number 1, flying Bulgaria
and
09.
toga. Let's go! Here's your live, thrust set. 80 knots, check.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Yep.
.400.
Vina speed green, and we should be turning right. So let's try LNAV now. Yeah, we're getting there.
1000.
Tower, flying Bulgaria 09 on blocks. Thank you.
Accelerating 185 knots.
89, thank you for flying to split.
Frequency change.
Condor 14, contact Big Tower 124.675. Ciao.
Let's be lazy. We
124.675,
use
Condor
vertical
14.
speed and autopilot command green. Speed limit 185, and we have. Approach hello, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, 2,000 feet, climbing 5,000 feet.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, the approach split radar identified, climb flight level 160.
Climb level 160, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, confirm, unrestricted.
56 Sierra, please.
Okay, I mean for the altitude restrictions.
56 Sierra, 16 climb level 160 via SID, no restrictions.
Okay, we climb unrestricted level 160 via SID, Hapag-Lloyd 560. Whatever, it's fine. Alright, so we are just 1 knot above the minimum speed for flaps 1, so we can select flaps 1. Flaps are moving up to flaps 1. Yeah, I once had split duty in Split. Isn't that funny? Alright, anyways, so let's delete all those constraints and select Vina. And that should give us a nice boost. Good rate of climb. Yeah, we're still waiting for the acceleration before we can select flaps up. And that should be in a moment. So we are limited to 185 knots and then less than 210 knots.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, proceed direct Sierra.
Direct Zirmi, Hapag-Lloyd 560. Direct Zirmi, and this should as well give us speed 230. 230 really? Not 240? Well, whatever. Anyways, we accelerate. Works for me. Ich bin's. I will come back to your question about the interface, the colors of my Swift GUI. I'm just busy here. So speed is checked, flaps up selected. Slats are retracting. And we are clean. For takeoff checklist of level gears up, lights out, off. Flaps are up, light out, auto brake off, ignition off, taxi light off, and we're good to go. Alright, if you go to our homepage, I will post a link in a moment. You will find this here. This is where you can download ready-made themes for Swift GUI, or you can create your own one. One nice, oh yeah, standard, I have to say standard, almost forgot. One nice user of Swift has made this website where you can create CSS sets. And we are level 100, so landing lights off, wing lights off, seat belts off, and I think we're good like this. Yeah, Split, the city, the old town is quite nice actually. Pretty.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, climb flight level 240.
Climb level 240, Hapag-Lloyd 560. Level 240 set. Oh, Dami is already 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, almost 70 miles ahead of us.
Kappa Lloyd 56 Sierra, clear direct Alivo.
Direct Alivo, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. Direct Alivo. I'm sorry guys.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, contact Adria Radar 130.0, bye bye.
1300, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. Thank you, good night.
Good night.
Let me quickly change the sound volume. Oh, exterior. So something changed again. That sucks. Sorry for that. Better. Still a bit loud, isn't it? So, further down. Better. Okay, Adria, good evening. Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, level 175, climbing 240 to Alivo.
Aircraft 60 Mike, when ready, descend level 300 level 5 Obuti.
We're ready, 300 by Obuti, Serbia 60 Mike, thank you.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, identified, climb level 340.
Climb over 340, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Actually, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, report requested level.
360.
56 Sierra, my apologies, climb now level 360.
No problem, climb over 360, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. There we go. 360 set, and let's enjoy the view. Oops, I didn't want this. Maybe it's... Ah, it's not so nice. Like this, let's go over here. And this is quite realistic. It does look like this in the rework view. Yeah, you have these long parallel structures here along the coast. Very nice.
5620.
5620, go ahead. Yes, I know we are just leaving our flight level, but we will be back up there.
5620, sorry, second.
We just had some small technical issues, but we will be back up 370 in just a minute.
Roger.
60 Mike, request heading 250 for weather avoidance.
60 Mike, Roger, terminal left heading 250.
Left heading 250, 60 Mike.
Airlines 420, runway vacated.
Airlines 420, welcome to Pula, Century.
Send off choice, Airlines 420.
60 Mike, request direct to booty from present position.
60 Mike, clear direct to booty.
Direct to booty, 60 Mike.
Adria radar, copy, 750. 750, you are clear the station split via west of 2 Bravo, runway 14.
Okay, then it's time to prepare our charts for the approach and landing in Salzburg. I'm doing this on my second screen. You can't see this, obviously. Let me quickly do this. We will be arriving via Rastafari. Yeah, here, Rasta 1 Romeo arrival. There's this chart. We're gonna use that one, obviously. Good job. We take this one and we make it ground chart and parking. We use sweep as well. I'm gonna use the ILS 15 chart just in case. RMP X-ray 15, RMP Visual Victor, runway 33, VFR approach chart, circling runway 33, okay. And as well, let me print the other charts too. The Zulu and Yankee approaches for runway 33, but they are AR, which is authorization required, and I don't have that authorization, at least not in the real world. So I will try to stick to that. Hey Costa, guten Abend. Kali nicht da. Kalispera da. Ja genau, Costa, wenn du willst, komm nach Salzburg. Wir wollen da, weiß nicht, so in einer Dreiviertelstunde starten. Vermute ich mal. Stunde vielleicht.
750, start approved. Start approved, copy.
Destination ist noch offen. Such dir was aus, wenn du mitkommen willst. Kannst du gerne auswählen. Ich bin da sehr tolerant, sehr unentschieden. Ja, wir haben noch nichts ausgemacht, wo wir hinfliegen, ne? Lass mich mal kurz meine Karten hier umbenennen und in den richtigen Ordner reinschmeißen. Charts reinfügen, schließen, zack, zack, zack. Genau, Vorschlag. Achso, wir können ja mal, ich mach mal hier, guck mal. Also, das ist die aktuelle ATC-Situation in Europa. This is the current ATC situation in Europe. So you can see we are flying here, this is split. We're flying here to Salzburg. Here, this is our... That's my aircraft. Interesting. Why is it showing this? Whatever. That's Daniel. Good. And we're gonna land here in Salzburg. What kind of ATC do we have here? We have B center, E center, approach, tower, and another approach controller. But this one is probably... I guess he's either getting checked or he's being coached. Or he will take over, I don't know. So we could fly to Vienna, to Wien, or we could do a short hop to Innsbruck. Costa. Salzburg, Innsbruck, kurz und knackig, rein ins Vergnügen. Zurich has ATC as well, there's tower and center. G center, G is, no, that's only for, this is only for the Geneva area, so that's only western. So this map is not correct for the Golf Center in Switzerland. Actually, I have to get some data to see where the cutoff is here between the east and the west. I don't know, I have to find that. Or we could fly up to Berlin. So that's a short flight. That's 50 minutes, 45 minutes flying time. But there will be no ATC in between.
Cargo 087.
Or back to Belgrade. Belgrade as well is about 1 hour flying time. 353 miles plus SID and star. So we have plenty of choice. I personally would prefer something short like Innsbruck or Vienna. So be my guest. What's the weather in Samedan would be nice, huh? The weather in Samedan is okay. Ceiling broken 4,900 feet. This is on the edge. Because normally you need a ceiling of at least 5,000 feet before you are allowed to operate into Samedan. So it's a bit on the edge. But it may make it more interesting, huh?
5200, Sunset 43 Alpha.
So Costa, tell me.
Serbia 8 Tango request for the
Prag, aber Prag ist eben Prag, da ist kein ATC, ja? There's no ATC in Prague, in Praha. If you don't care, we can go there. I don't care. Just tell me.
8 to Tango 85.
request for descent. Serbia 8 to Tango.
8 to Tango descent, altitude 4,000 feet, clear RNAV. Clear RNP
Alright.
approach runway 11.
Altitude 4,000 feet, cleared RMP runway 11 is Serbia.
So, charts for Innsbruck, Salzburg. So, Rasta, 1 Romeo arrival, terminating in Salzburg VUR. Let's insert it already.
750,
So,
taxi.
Rasta, 1 Romeo. Execute.
Taxi
There we go.
runway, course taxi intersection Alpha, runway 14, taxi approved.
Taxi holding for correction, taxi intersection Alpha, backtrack runway 14 into southeast 750.
So, for once we have the ILS runway 15
353 direct Porto.
straight in. I don't know what they're using in Innsbruck. How do I get to Innsbruck all the time? Salzburg. Otherwise, there's the RMP X-ray approach to runway 15. And there's the RMP Zulu approach, runway 33, and this is, this is AR, authorization required. So, as well, it's mentioned here. Special aircrew and aircraft authorization required. Refer to airport briefing 10-1 pages.
Serbia 8 to Tango, we are
And this is basically, flying here, waypoints through this valley. This is training required. Certification and training required. Another possibility is the RMP Yankee approach, runway 33 as well. It's authorization required. And that would be from one of these 2 waypoints and then here on final and fly this blah 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 and then make a U-turn and land runway 33. And as well there is the RMP Visual Victor runway 33 and the difference basically whatever you see they're very similar, but the difference is that on the AR approach we fly 833, 834, 836 and on the non-AR approach 833, 834, 835 and in this case 835 is the missed approach point, and if you have no contact or you're not stabilized, you go around here. And from that point, you can't fly IMC, IFR, but you fly visually. Well, it's still an IFR procedure, but you see these arrows here indicate that from this point you have to be able to maneuver visually. You cannot rely on instruments anymore. But essentially, it is the same trajectory. 836, 837, SCAC, 836, 837. It's the same trajectory, but this one can be flown under instrument rules. That's why you see the minimum for the AR approach is 1790 feet. That's only 379 feet above ground, above the airport. And you do, can you have a look? You do this turn, IMC. That's scary shit. That's scary. While here, see the minimum, so the minimum is 3980 feet above sea level, or 2569 above the airport elevation, the reference. So basically you fly almost the entire approach visually. So for this one, yeah, scary stuff. Hey Boboy, how are you? Welcome to the show. I think you are new, are you? Or have you been here before? I don't remember your nickname here. So the other solution would be to fly the ILS approach, or the lock approach, to runway 155, and then at the Sierra India VOR to fly track 125 to circle to land visually. But I don't think they're going to use that. We'll see. So I think we're going to end up doing the RMP Visual Victor approach to runway 33. So let me have a look if that is in the box. So you see here RNAV Victor, it's V3, yeah? There we go. Transition, we don't know. So I will not select any of those. And that's it. So we should have a discontinuity after Salzburg. No, we don't. There should be one. There's not. Well, we will survive. Well, if you're new, then welcome to the channel. Nice to have you here. I fly to make the real money. I fly a business jet, but not a tiny one. I fly a Falcon 2000 EX Easy aircraft, 19.5 tons maximum takeoff mass. So it's not like a small Citation or Learjet. No, it's a bit bigger. Than that. Stone, Irland? What do you mean Irland? Du meinst als Destination für heute Abend?
Tomjet 178, climb level 350. Level 350, Tomjet 178.
So today at the moment I'm still very happy with my frame rate. Can you see it?
Hello, Lufthansa 1773, inbound of Canada 138.
The frame rate is quite acceptable, huh? With about 40. But it will drop later on when we approach the Alps. So there is something in my scenery that kills my frames. And that will suck.
Good evening, Lufthansa 1 November level 350 inbound Anibo.
Annie, IRL is in real life.
Lufthansa 1773, smoke 5214.
5214, Lufthansa 173.
So here you can see my pretty face again.
Adria Reader, good afternoon. Austrian 557, flight level 140, climbing 250.
So, Boboy, what are you doing? You fly as well X-Plane, or are you already using the new Microsoft Flight Simulator? Where the FMS takes you back to your departure airport sometimes? Let us know. Okay, very good.
56 Sierra, descend level 340.
Descend over 340, hover glide 56 Sierra. Okay, level 340 set, and we select vertical speed, and we take it smoothly, step by step on the vertical speed selector. We don't want to make our passengers to go like, oh well, 1000 a minute is fine. Well, I'm sure MSFS will become really good. So later this year, when PMDG, or if PMDG will keep its word, and we're gonna see the 737NG release for MSFS, I think that will be an excellent point in time in reviewing MSFS. Oh yeah. And in terms of GA, so general aviation flying, bush flying, this kind of stuff, yeah, I think Microsoft Flight Simulator is doing a really good job. I was yesterday I was watching the stream of the Microsoft Flight Simulator official channel, and they were hosting a friend of mine, the Flying Fabio. If you're interested in a really good channel from a Brazilian guy who lives in the US, and as well he's a real-life pilot and a high-level, really high-level instructor, flight school instructor there, with a lot of experience, 20 years experience. Here on Twitch, his handle is the Flying Fabio. Have a look at his channel, subscribe to him. He usually streams in our European afternoons and evenings. So that's usually quite often he will start his streams at about 1300 Z, that's 3 p.m. European summertime. And sometimes he only starts at like 17 Z. And he normally flies Microsoft Flight Simulator, and as well he does since a few weeks now, he's been doing DCS, you know, the Digital Combat Flight Simulator. And he's really good. He's really good. So I can only recommend having a look at his channel. He's a very nice guy. He has a good computer now as well, and he is delivering quality content. So maybe it may be a bit boring, but when he gets a new aircraft, he will, on the stream, he will go through the manual page by page with you guys watching it. So it may take 1, 2, 3 hours before the engine turns for the first time. But you know, that's the way. He's approaching the hobby in a serious but still very funny way. So yeah, absolute recommendation. Very enjoyable. Oh, you want to become a pilot? Well, you want to become a pilot to make a living or just for fun? Oh, we got some traffic ahead of us. At level 3, there he is, look. Yeah. That's why we had to descend to level 340, because we had crossing traffic. Oops.
Currently 80 miles inbound Alivo.
Actually, we can follow him here in the sim. Let me quickly... Here we go to see him. We go to Swift GUI. We go to aircraft. This is here, this LL 353. And we select follow in simulator, and there we go. That's the guy. Oh guys, I quickly have to close the windows because it's raining outside here. Just a moment.
Inbound to Pax, flight level 370.
User 1693, squawk 5276.
5276, user 6193.
Survey 8 to Tango, down and clear.
Air Survey 8 to Tango, Roger, taxi, standard choice.
Standard choice, Survey to Tango, approach.
Hello again, we're here. Yeah, the rain will come to you. Okay, you want to... Oh, let me hide Swift again. So you want to make a living with flying. Okay. First of all, what's the current status? You know, well, are you in Europe? Oh boy, are you in Europe or what's your location? No. Ah, we are nearing the Alps. The frames per second are dropping. Okay, look. As you know, currently the aviation market, especially airlines, is not doing that well. You know that. Due to Corona, and well, it's rather due to restrictions, not due to Corona, but due to the restrictions that have been put in place. So I would say it's hard to say. It will take at least 4 or 5 years for the market to come back up to levels near what we saw in the summer in 2019, the summer before COVID started. And as you can imagine, there are a lot at the moment. There are a lot of very well qualified, experienced pilots on the market without a job. And once the market will pick up again, people will get, well, first of all, pilots who have been parked by their companies, by their employers, will be called out of short work and you know, unpaid leave or whatever they have. And only when everybody has come back, then they will start hiring new people. So I think for the next 3-4 years, okay, make it 2 or 3 years, there will be only very few jobs for new pilots. So maybe if you want to start your training next year, you will be done 2 years later maybe, or 1.5 years later. But there's no guarantee that you will be able to get a good job then. You have to accept that you will have to take some shit jobs where you have to pay another 20,000 euros for a type rating, and you will only make 2,000 euros before tax a month as a co-pilot in some dodgy Airbus or business jet or whatever. You have to be prepared for that, huh? The first years in aviation may not be that glamorous. And doing the basic training to become a commercial pilot with IFR may not be all the money that you have to spend. So as I keep telling everyone, although I did it a different way, the safest way 126-275, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, good night.
LL353, Unicom now.
3.2 Golf Hotel is in flight level 190, rate 1000 feet per minute.
Oh, I know this way.
Trend 190,
I know this noise.
1000 feet per minute, correction, Alpine to Golf Hotel. Boston 176, descend flight level 200, rate 1000 feet per minute. Austrian 176, flight level 200.
Bean, küsst die Hand, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, level 340.
Descending to 10, 1000
Two stations.
minutes, Austrian 756. Kubeda 917, descend flight level 220, rate 1000 feet per minute.
I'm not finished yet, eh? Wait for me. I have not finished my... Hey, push pilot. I'm not finished yet with my speech to you, huh?
30, surprise, surprise, 1000 feet per minute. Descend flight level 230 and 1000 feet per minute, Austrian 15 Bravo. KLM 7911, contact
I'm not getting through.
119ers 275, Sevens. Innsbruck 119er 275, KLM 7911, bye-bye.
Bean, küsst die Hand, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, level 340.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, Wien Radar Sevens identified, enter the hold at Salzburg, Sierra Bravo Golf, flight level 240.
Okay, descent level 240, halt hold overhead the Salzburg VOR, Hapag Lloyd 560, we are slowing down now.
Hapag Lloyd 560, speed is yours, you may reduce freely.
Yep, reducing minus 20 knots. Okay, then level 240 set, and we are selecting Mach 0.68. I haven't told you my full
Sierra Bravo Charlie, climb flat level
opinion yet.
250.
Wait for it. Wait for it. But we have to prioritize. So
5, descend flight level 130.
Descent 130, excellence 5.
that scared me now.
Someone request holding on
Shit.
my navigation
Maybe we should.
Charlie Bravo at level 220 from Sierra Bravo Golf at 5-10 miles.
Oh, we have to turn right.
Forbidden 917, approved as requested. Thank you.
Hapag Lloyd 560, request right heading 010 to avoid 10 miles.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, approved, report back.
Wilco, Hapag Lloyd 560. That's the issue with Flight Simulator. Yeah, we call you when clear. That's the problem with Flight Simulator. You don't see the weather early enough sometimes. Huh?
3725, Servus.
That scared me. Yeah. Alright, now let's review. He's told us we have to hold over the Salzburg VOR. So this is the holding information. So you see it's inbound course 175 degrees, and it's left turns? Yeah, left turns. So, and there is no distance given, so we take 1.5 minutes when above level 140 or 1 minute when below. So 175 degrees, left turns. Then we need to select the hold page. Next hold, we take Salzburg, paste here, and then we need here inbound course 175/L Lima for left turns. We insert this here, and lag time is 1.5 minutes because we're still above level 140. So that's fine. So holding is reviewed and inserted.
135.625,
So what's the weather is better now.
Okay, to make this a bit shorter, all descent instructions are given with 1000 feet per minute descent rate. Easy 1634, descent flight level 130. During 6820, descent flight level 140.
Call 140, Sierra 6820.
Up.
Foxtrot, descent flight level 150. For Delta Foxtrot, descent flight level 150.
For Delta Fox, that's like Florian Harms, isn't it?
For X-ray Kilo Delta Foxtrot, Wienräder?
Oh no, for X-ray Kilo Delta Fox.
For Delta Fox,
something else, somebody else.
Flight level 150, rate 1000 feet per minute.
Ooh.
Flight level 150.
So you see, there was nothing on the radar, there was nothing visible here on the... And suddenly we enter the cell. Bullshit.
160, and I'll give you a
not good. But this is the limitation. That's a negative thing in X-plane. That's a negative thing in X-plane. The weather, unfortunately. And that seems to be really much better in the new Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Austrian 756, descent flight level 190. It's 190, Austrian 756.
Hapag Lloyd 560, able left heading 320.
Hapag Lloyd 560, turn left heading 320.
Heading 320, Hapag Lloyd 560. Good, there we go.
Radar 917, descent flight level 200.
I'm using active sky, yes.
Radar 917, descent flight level 200.
Okay, coming back to my thing about your training. So, let's say in 1 year from now you start your training.
Descending flight level 210.
I'm getting mocked here.
Flight 56 Sierra, descent flight level 220.
Level 220, Hapag Lloyd 560.
Regio 5 from the mic,
interference.
Radar Servos
Squawk
identified,
7500, huh?
Salzburg, Sierra Bravo Golf, descent flight level 230.
Interhold at Salzburg, Sierra Bravo Golf, descent flight level 230, Regio 5 from the mic.
Du stehst im Licht. You're blocking the light. Yeah. So regarding your training, so let's say you will, I guess you will finish your school in about 1 year from now. So if you then start your training, so that will be start in 2022 and you will finish in late 2023. So you may be lucky to find some job then, but it's very likely that you will have to kind of prostitute yourself, you know, that's how we call it. So the advice would be to maybe, let me increase the rate of descent, to maybe, you know, take your time, or study something that actually will provide you with a degree. I don't know, do you have any other interests? It may be better to study for 2 years, like economy or arts or whatever, something that you enjoy and that you can make a living of. Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, we are clear of weather, able to rejoin the arrival via waypoint 504 or later.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, you can resume on navigation direct Salzburg, Sierra Bravo Golf and hold overhead.
Dankeschön, direct Salzburg and hold Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Good, to Bravo Alpha, request climb to 3, correct, request climb to 400 as
so Salzburg, direct, execute, and we select Elnaf Green. So,
we have someone standing right behind us, close by.
So, Boboy, probably you don't want to hear this, but I think this is the truth. The truth is that in the current market it's very hard to predict the future. Okay, looking back at the financial crisis in 2010, yeah, it took about 3-4 years before the market really sucked in a lot of people into acceptable jobs. Yeah.
I saw it getting back to
if you're prepared to take,
Austrian 176, sorry.
But if you're prepared to take some really bad jobs,
aircraft is now 1,000 feet above.
that will not allow you to pay back your mortgage or your loan to do your training, because you're going to spend at least 100,000 euros, huh? Don't forget that. Maybe more. Probably more. So, it's your choice. I don't know your financial background, your family, so I don't know. Other people take their time, they learn something else in the meantime, and then they do a job, earn some money for 4 or 5 years maybe, and then they can do this, they do the training, and they don't have to ask the banks for any money, because they can just afford it. But of course, you will lose 5-6 years in possible seniority working for a company. Yeah? I know, I'm getting asked this question all the time. And, yeah. So we have altitude hold green. So we need to compute our approach speeds, 30 knots, 30 degrees, 139 knots. Then we should be able to see our minimum clean speed. Where is it?
150, looks like 5 Jets instead of
probably we're probably still too high up, so let's make it speed 220, that's fine. But of course, you know, this is just my
Actually,
opinion.
you should still be maintaining flight level 180. I'll show you descending
This is
again.
just my opinion. As well, you need to ask more people, read the forums, and there will be other opinions. But I think most people will say something similar to me, and it's probably not something that you want to hear.
170 for flight level, for Austrian 176.
Papa Lima, windradar.
Yeah, so, but of course I can tell you, I did my training in 1998.
Oscar Hotel Mike, windradar.
And there were no jobs.
Oscar Golf with the Mike.
And I finished school in 96, I did my 1-year compulsory service in Germany. Well, I didn't go to the military, I did 1 year of civil service for the Red Cross instead. And then I did my training, self-funded. I was lucky that I had enough savings to fund it. And well, back in the days it was not that expensive. And I already had my PPL self-funded, so I didn't have to spend 100,000, but only maybe half of it. But things have changed. In the meantime, it has become much more expensive. So I jumped. I was like, no, I want to become a pilot, nothing else. So I did it. But I don't know if I can recommend it to anyone. Yeah.
Radar, schönen guten Abend, here rings 8346, flight level 110, currently flight level 190,
but it's your life, it's your money, it's your future. Anyways, so what you should do is as well, you should do it like an aviator, like a pilot. You should diagnose the situation. Diagnose, okay, start the training next year, it will cost me blah blah blah, how much, and the job expectations, the outlook is like this. So then you have your options, okay, start next year, do something else temporarily, or do this, then you do the R, you do a risk assessment, okay, what's the risk if I start the training next year and it will take me 1 or 2 years to find a job at all, at least, you know. Will I be able to finance the interest rate that the bank will ask you for your loan, or not?
Also 176, if you're unable to maintain your altitude, then you take a decision. Airport, otherwise my holding stack is completely ruined.
And you change.
Are you able to maintain it, or would you
follow your plan?
176, yeah.
And
would you like to divert to Linz, which is 50 miles towards
apply this decision, and while you apply the decision, you can still review it. So after 1 year studying whatever you do, for example, you see, oh shit, the aviation market is showing strong signs of an upwards movement. And you do another assessment and say, okay, what diagnosis? So, will there be jobs for beginners soon or not? Yeah? And then you say, okay, options. Okay, I stop my studies and I start studying, becoming a pilot. The risk again.
560 and flight level 150.
And again, you know, the risk, you know, I could lose the money and blah blah blah, you know. So you do a proper order. I will write it here on the chat.
Traffic. Clear.
76 windradar. Austin 176 windradar.
Alright, so what's going on here? Yeah, he's 1,000 feet below us, so shouldn't be affected.
107, descent flight level 160.
Descent flight level 160, but the line 17.
Austin 15 Bravo, descent flight level 170. Descent flight level 170 Austrian 15.
Oh yeah, Stone. What the options if you fail the training? Oh, that's a good question.
Golf Hotel, contact Salzburg 123.7.
Okay, how do you know that you will not fail the training? You don't. But some companies, some training schools will offer you some kind of, you know, small assessment centers to...
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, descent flight level 180.
Level 180, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Figure 5 for Mike, descent flight level
180, 1000 vertical speed.
Descent flight level 190
Climb, yeah, no conflict, no, there's no conflict.
5 for Mike, I cannot give you an estimate, but I have 6 aircraft in front of you.
So some schools actually they offer some kind of assessment.
Descent flight level 200.
So you can
flight level 200 for Lufthansa.
You can position yourself, or you can you can rather judge your position better.
46, turn left heading 09.
Well, nobody will tell you, oh no, if you fail the test, nobody will be able to tell you, oh no, don't do it. Well, they can tell you don't do it, and you can still do it, but it's your own risk. Yeah?
Austin 176 in radar.
Honestly, the training was, for me, was not that hard, because when I did my commercial training, when I did my commercial training, I had already been flying for 4 years, 5 years, private gliders and single engine aircraft. So for me, it was not new, and as well I was doing lots of flight simulator and stuff. So as well, IFR was not new to me. So I had a big advantage over the other students in my class. But of course, on the other hand, it may keep you in some false sense of comfort that I don't need to study so hard because I know it already. I know some of it already.
346, you can stop your climb by flight level 240.
But that's exactly what you should not do. You still have to study, because there are things that we do here in the simulator that you will never do on a real plane. And all the things that you do up here, you know, all the assessment, assessing the situation, taking decisions, prepare decisions, making a risk assessment, all the stuff that you maybe don't talk about. You still, in the beginning, you have to learn it. You have to verbalize it. You have in the simulator and whatever you do. That's the way you learn it. Yeah. It does rain into the cockpit. Okay, well then close your window.
917, descent flight level 150. 150, Pebble 917.
But you know, when I went to flight school, I already knew the, you know, the NATO alphabet. Others didn't.
Descent flight level 160, Austrian 15.
I mean, you will have more capacity to concentrate on the really important things.
56 Sierra, descent flight level 170.
Level 170, Hapag-Lloyd for 560. 1707.
Regio 5 for Mike, descent flight level 180.
Descent 180, Regio 5 for Mike.
Lufthansa 8 Mike, Kilo, descent flight level 190. Descent flight level 190, Lufthansa 8 Mike, Kilo. Wings 8346, descent flight level 200.
Descent flight level 200, Eurings 8346.
Yeah, the thing is, you have to be realistic, and it's a lot as well about assessing yourself. And of course, when you are probably 17, 18 and from school, it's hard because you have no reference. For me, in retrospective, of course, I was a little boy when I did my CPL IFR training, and had I probably been my own instructor, I would have slapped myself a few times in the face, like, stop that shit and learn it again, redo it again, you know?
56, contact Salz, correction, descent flight level 130. Descent level 130, Austrian 756. 756, contact Salzburg radar 123725,
That's why I'm trying to give this advice to other people. But on the other hand, hey, I still made it. I was lucky. I was at the right time, at the right place, twice. I was lucky because when I finished my flight school, I was hired right from my flight school to my first job, because my flight school, without knowing me, was basically connected to an airline, because people who were flying in the airline as pilots, part-time pilots, they were running that flight school, so they knew exactly what candidate was capable of doing what. So I was lucky. So they said, no, you apply with us. It was not like, oh, maybe you want to apply with. No, you apply with us. So I did. And then 5 years later, when I changed my employer as well, right time, right place, I was lucky, and I was lucky to catch the upward hiring curve right at the beginning. So I was in that company. I'm still with. That's 17 years later, 17 and a half years later, I'm still in with the same employer.
Bin 917, descent flight level 130.
And the company was growing, so it was easy to become a captain. Other people who joined later, it's 15 years later, 10 years later, they're still co-pilots. But it's not bad to be a co-pilot, but it's about the money.
Runway 16, clear for takeoff, ask Roy for the mic.
Alright, so I think we should review the approach. Is there an ATIS? I talked so much now. So we have Salzburg ATIS, where are you? I will not put...
Wien Radar, good evening, the Austrian 0 for Mike Charlie just departed out
yeah, you
of
can read. So Salzburg,
for hotel
information uniform.
Flight level 160,
Runway 33 new is transition level 110.
0 for Mike Charlie, Wien Radar, Servus, identified, cleared Nimal 1 Whiskey arrival, direct
transition level 110.
Flight level 310.
I'm a bit behind schedule here with my stuff, because I didn't do a briefing because I kept chatting to you.
310, direct to Barok, and expect Nimal 1 Whiskey arrival.
Put up wind 330 degrees 10 knots, 7 kilometers, spot shores of rain, clouds, view at 1000 feet, broken at 3500. Oh, what was the ceiling on that chart?
With a 917, contact Salzburg
RMP Victor. So we need ceiling 3600 feet, and here it's 3500. So we should be fine. And few CB at 3. Level 150, Hapag Lloyd 560.
Upper Mike, descent flight level 160.
Level 150 set VS green 1000.
Clear of
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, descent flight level 170. Descent flight level 170, Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo. Hearings 8346, descent flight level 180.
Don't forget that this is one piece of advice. That's my opinion.
clear of
Ask, please ask other people about their opinions, because other people may have a different perspective. Well then, thanks for having a look, and well, goodbye, cheers.
Papa Lima, contact area 130.0.
130.0. Okay, let's continue here. Few CB at 3,500 feet, temperature 15, oh it's cold, dew point 13, QNH 1022. Let's preset the QNH 1022 and 1022 as well. Auto brake we take 2.
1,000 to go.
Yeah. Recent thunderstorm, temporary visibility 4 kilometers with moderate thunderstorm with rain. Okay, so the weather is nice.
Feet, climb flight level 220. Flight level 220,
So there's Salzburg approach, and the frequency is 123.72. Let's preset it already to be a bit quicker later on when we receive our handoff. 123.72. As well, there will be a Salzburg Tower, there will be 1181, that's probably the same as on the chart. Cool. Now we need to look at our programming. So we're holding somewhere here, and then we have Whiskey Sierra 831 or 833. I think we have 833, yeah? We have 833. So the plan is to cross 833 and 834 at 5,000 feet, and then we start a descent to our minimum, which is 3,080 feet, which is 4,000 feet. Yep, 390. That's good. And from there on, it's already the missed approach. Turn right to waypoint 831, climb 6,000 and hold. Correct, let's see. So if we are not visual here after 835, yeah, turn right to 831, climb to 6,000 feet and hold. Maximum speed 185 knots. So we got that. But will I be able to insert the other waypoints here? Let's hope. So
Bravo, contact Salzburg.
Whiskey Sierra 836. Let's see. Whiskey Sierra 836.
Over to Salzburg 123.725, Austrian 15 Bravo, servus.
Yeah. And then we need Whiskey Sierra 837. And then we need runway 33. I hope it knows that one. Yes, it does. Wow, that's cool. And then we have a discontinuity. So we have to remember that if we go around, we have to select manually direct Whiskey Sierra 831. And only then will we be able to engage LNAV.
04 Mike Charlie, confirm inbound direct Baruch. Inbound direct Baruch, and
are there any crossing altitudes? So let's see, from it is bullet mode.
Austrian 7 Mike Charlie would like to report some wake turbulences at my present position.
So 1.4 miles from runway 33 to 837. The runway elevation is somewhere on my chart. Yeah, 1411. Actually, let's change as well this one. 1450. Yeah. Wrong button. So 1411 and 1.4 miles. As well as written here, 1.4 miles. So we said in 1 mile, if we follow a 3 degree descent path or descent angle, 1 mile means we descend by 300 feet. So half a mile is 150 feet. So we need 300 plus 150. That's 450 feet. 450 plus 1411 is about 1850. So we want to see 1850 here. So this is not correct. As well, runway this is not correct. Yeah.
Papa Flight 560, descent flight 140.
Level correction. Level 140. Hapag Light. What are we? 560.
Thank you.
140.
Mike, descent flight level 150.
Vertical speed green 1000.
Descent flight level 15.
So that's better now. So runway 33, 40-20 feet, plus 450 is about 1850. So, and then it says the turn from Whiskey Sierra 836 to 837 is 3.3 miles. So again, 3 miles, 1 mile means a descent rate of, sorry, a vertical distance of 300 feet. So 3 times 300 is about 900 plus 0.3. Let's make it 100. So make it 1,000 feet. So we have to add here 1850 plus 1,000 is about 2,850, isn't it? 2,850.
Enter holding over.
And we need to fly 145 knots. 145 slash 140. Can we do below? I don't know.
Oscar Hotel Mike, currently climb flight level 200. I'll have a lower altitude for you as you approach.
145 or less slash. Pop. There we go.
Roger. Level 200.
But I think for this we have to select flaps 40 for this approach.
123 center in the hole.
We have to set flaps 40, yeah.
Roger.
Otherwise we're gonna be too fast. Cool. So he's doing 136 knots. What does the chart say? 185. And we only have 3 miles to slow down to 145. Yeah, that should be okay. So let's make it 180. 180 slash at waypoint 835. Good. Now we talk. Why is it here 150? No, we don't want this. 180. Oof, cool. Oh, we finally have to set the minimum. So we set the minimum descent altitude. MDA is 3980. And so that's the question is it MDA for a circling approach or for an approach? I would say it's for an approach, so we have to add 50 feet. So that's 3980 plus 50 is 4030 feet. Oh, that's a lot of...
Vienna Service, Walker 154, flight level 320. Walker 154, Wien radar Service identified, enter the hold at Salzburg, Sierra Bravo.
Dial, 4030 feet.
So hold at Salzburg, Sierra Bravo Golf, and descend 120 when ready, Walker 154.
4030 feet. There we go. So, borrow minimum 4030.
Harbour Cloyd 356 Sierra, descent flight level 130.
Level 130, Hapag-Lloyd 560. 130 set, vertical speed 100, 1000.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, descent flight level 150. Descending 150 for Lufthansa effective.
Yeah, this will take a while now.
8346, descent flight level 160. Delta 1283, descent flight level 170. 170 to 123. Wing radar, Walker 154. Walker 154, go ahead. Do you want us to go direct to Salzburg to enter the hold? Walker 154, you can proceed direct Salzburg VR, but you can also fly your filed routing. I have a holding of about 8 aircraft, so you can also reduce speed if you want to avoid holding time. Okay, after my final point last, I'll go to Salzburg, so I'll follow my routing and then go after that to Salzburg. Roger.
Hey Steffen, ja, wir sind im Holding. Wir drehen gerade Warteschleifen bei Salzburg, weil so viel los ist. Offenbar sind gerade 8 Flugzeuge im Holding hier, ne? We have about 8 aircraft here in the holding pattern. It will take a while for us to start our approach. Costa, ich glaube, wir brauchen noch eine Weile, bis wir bei dir am Boden sind. Das tut mir... sorry. Das war so nicht geplant. Wir dachten, das geht schneller. Wir können ja mal hier auf den Q-Scoop schauen. Da ist Q-Scoop. Ja eben, hier, guck, da ist die Hölle los.
Upgrade 560, over to Salzburg, 123725, Servus.
123725, Hapag-Lloyd 560,
275, I'm very sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, climbing 120, direct to Sabot, please repeat the frequency, during Stuff Echo. During Stuff Echo, 126275. 126275, have a nice evening, here in Stuff Echo. Thank you, you too. Austin 15 Bravo, descent 10,000, 10,000 feet. QNH 1022, direct ETOG.
Ja.
Descent 10,000 feet.
Okay, Costa, also wenn du schon loslegen willst, ich weiß nicht, wie viel Zeit du hast.
Bodega 917, resume on navigation direct to Konuk, clear RMP Zulu, runway 33.
Costa, was hast du geplant? Wohin wollen wir? Wir können doch mal schauen hier, was da online ist. Ja, guck mal, hier sind 27 Maschinen im Anflug, ne? Krass. Krass, Alter. Und der Costa hat noch keinen Flugplan aufgegeben. Ich muss mal reinrufen. Salzburg approach, hello, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, level 130 in the holding.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, Salzburg Servus, identified, first of all, right 130.
We turn right heading 130, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, vielen Dank. Information uniform current, expect RMP Zulu approach runway 33 via ITRO.
Okay, we have uniform and unable for that, request the RMP Victor approach, please. Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra is copied, stand by. Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra is copied, expect the RMP Victor approach runway 33 via Whiskey Sierra 833.
Okay, expect RMP Victor, runway 33 via waypoint 833, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. Cool.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, this is 6,000 feet, QNH 1022, and there is a change of plans, maintain left 080.
Left heading 080, descent 6,000 feet, 1022, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. Cool, done. Level change. Set QNH 1022 set, 6,000 feet set, MCP speed
runway 33 and maintain 200 knots, Austrian 15.
We can see the ground, yay!
Kollege 917, reduce to your final approach speed.
Also, mal gucken. Also, Wien ist noch da, Innsbruck ist noch da. Belgrad ist noch da. Ja. Der Schweizer ist abgehauen. Lyon ist noch da. Aber Lyon ist schon ein Stück weiter weg. Ne? Lyon ist auch eine Stunde. Ne? Das ist relativ weit. Ne? Also, such dir aus, was du magst. Ich denke mal, wir folgen einfach.
Can you please repeat the whole thing? Can you still confirm? Right 150?
Negative. Right 130. Expect RMP Zulu runway 33 via ETROC.
What is RMP?
Right 130. And then expecting RMP Zulu runway 33 direct ETROC. Inbound over ETROC. Sorry.
That's okay.
Level 120.
So why aren't we descending? Well, we switch off the engine, the wing anti-ice. That should give us a higher rate of descent.
And Hapag Lloyd 5650, are you able to make it via Whiskey Sierra 832?
Yeah, we can change that via 832 Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Yeah, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, expedite the descent, expect a direct Whiskey Sierra 832 in a couple of moments.
Expert descent on Roger, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. So, then Whiskey Sierra
756, the tower on 1181, Servus. 1181, Austrian
833 next, execute, direct, come on, direct, oh come health. 832 direct, yep.
Good evening, 917 traffic
7
information.
miles.
There is an Austin A320 coming from the right side of the valley. He will be in front of you and
hey, we got the speed brakes out to expedite our descent.
Classical side on my tickets by the 917, thank you.
We can't see the speed brakes. No, we can.
Regio 5 compromised, this is level 120.
Descent 120, Regio 5 compromised, sorry about that.
Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra, this is 5,000 feet, proceed direct Whiskey Sierra 832.
5,000 feet, direct 832, Hapag Lloyd 56 Sierra. So, 832.
Maintain speed 180 knots as long as practicable. The tower on 118.1.
Selected 5,000 feet.
We'll maintain speed 180 as long as possible and over to tower 118.1 Austrian 15 Bravo. Bye bye. Kollege 917, the tower on 118.1. Bye bye.
118.1 by the 917, thank you, bye bye.
Then level 100, landing lights on.
Salzburg Hotel, Lufthansa 8 kilos, flight level 130 in the holding over Salzburg VOR. 8 kilos, Salzburg radar, Servus identified.
Another very good
145.
piece of advice for pilots. If you have your speed brakes extended, not stowed, always keep one hand on the speed brake lever, if you have one.
5-6 Sierra, report choppy for Whiskey Sierra 832, speed 180 knots.
We call you before waypoint 832 and we cross it at 180 knots. Uppercut 5-6 Sierra.
Danke. Figure 5, Papa Mike, proceed direct E-talk, decent 10,000, 10,000 feet.
Because you don't want to forget. Oops, bullshit, wrong button. Above 10 degrees. No, come on, I'm on the wrong button. Temperature's 10, so we can switch off the anti-ice. That was this warning about. We take continuous wing logo. It's good.
Left turn 135.
Das Abendbrot, ja. So, coming back to that, so whenever you use speed brakes, keep one hand or one finger on your speed brake handle, or if you have a button, to avoid forgetting about them. Very important, we do the same in the real aircraft. If the speed brakes are extended,
report passing Whiskey Sierra 833.
Get RMP Victor runway 33, we call you 833, Hapag-Lloyd 5-6 Sierra. So, I can never finish my sentence. So even in the real world, on our real aircraft, the pilot flying will keep his fingers, his hand on the speed brake lever when they are not in the stowed position, just to avoid forgetting about them. Of course, in the meantime, you may do something on the FMS or change a mode, a heading, but when you're done, go back with your hand. Again, grab that handle as long as you are using speed brakes.
Hello, again, radar, Jersey 7 Yankee, climate 35, Jersey 7 Yankee, South radar cells are identified, climb level 110. Contact level 110, Jersey 7 Yankee.
Oh, he said speed 180 at waypoint 833, though? 832. Oh, that's one.
1,000 to go.
Check. Costa, was ist AOT? Meinst du Austrian? Falls du Austrian meinst, solltest du Aua nehmen. Aua, wie Aua. Haut drauf, Aua. Denn AOT ist, glaube ich, eher Austral oder sowas. Austral Airlines.
Information Victor, currently expect RMP Zulu runway 33 via E-talk. Expecting RMP Zulu runway 33, hearing H346.
Aua, aua, video killed the radio star. Aua, aua. So, tower 18-1.
8 Mike Kilo, speed 250 knots.
Prepared.
Speed 250 knots, for the front 8 Mike Kilo. Hearing is 8346, speed 240 knots.
Cool, so, speed 180, 5,000 feet at 832. Yes, sometimes it does work.
Direct Jersey 7 Echo Yankee, climb level 120. Contact level 120, Jersey 7 Echo Yankee. 8 Mike Kilo, descent 1,000, 11,000 feet, QNH 1022. Descent 1,000 and QNH 1022.
So, wo sind die CPs? Da ist kein Wetter, was ist los? Where are the CPs? There's no weather, what's going on?
Via waypoint for
Hello.
our RNP Zulu runway 33.
Units 8346 via E-talk, Echo Tango.
Let's have a look what Active Sky is saying about the weather here. It's the weather.
Hearing H346, danke.
So let's get the latest Salzburg. Yeah, Salzburg METAR is 7 kilometers, showers of rain, broken 3,500 VUCB, yeah, 15 degrees. So probably it will become this weather in a few moments here.
You 5 Mike, maintain speed 180 knots or less, switch to tower 118 servos.
Speed 180 tower 108.1 ring 5.
No, Fabio, he's the singing pilot, huh? Not me.
560, speed 160 knots or less.
160 or less, and we're passing waypoint 532, Hapag-Lloyd 560.
Hapag-Lloyd 560, dann machen wir es anders. Use no final approach speed, tower 181 servus.
Okay, final approach, 181, Hapag-Lloyd 560 servus.
8 Mike Kilo, diesen Bomb
Gear down, flaps 10, actually flap 15.
Descent 10,000 feet, directly.
Frequency change.
Oscar Fox Lima is cleared to short approach, runway 33.
Flaps 25.
Yeah, short approach, runway 33, Oscar Fox, yeah.
And we descend to the minimum, 4,000 feet.
Transport Tower, good evening, Regio 5, Papa Mike, flat.
We've got 5 miles to do that, that's fine.
Repeat. On RMP Zulu runway 33, sorry about that.
So our VREF is 131 knots, maneuvering we at 20 knots, so 151. Later on 145. Flaps 30. Salzburg Tower, Christian, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, RMP Victor, runway 33.
Hapag-Lloyd 65 Sierra, Salzburg Tower, good evening, wind 310 degrees 11 knots, continue.
Continue approach 56 Sierra.
Oscar Foxtrot Lima, wind 310 degrees 11 knots, runway 33, clear touch and go.
Runway 33, clear touch and go, yeah.
Austrian 1, Salzburg Tower, hello again, Austrian 124, request push and start.
Austrian 124, startup is approved, no push necessary from your position.
You sound like you are from the island, so we are at minimum. So from waypoint 834 we go to 8...
Austrian 125 Bravo, request
oh shit, I descended too early. Oops.
Torpedo 917, contact Salzburg radar 123.
Okay, we should have maintained 5000 until 834 and descent only. Well, whatever. We survived.
Austrian 15 Bravo, taxi to stand Echo 3.
That's why in a real aircraft you do have a real pilot with you on your right or left seat, helping to tell you like, no, wrong.
Radio 5 Papa Mike, reduce final approach speed.
Did he call us?
Radio 5 Papa Mike, reduce to final approach speed.
Reduce final approach speed, Radio 5.
So I now selected the vertical situation display. And we see, cross that waypoint at the minimum of 3980 while we add 50 feet. And we will...
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, you have the feet inside?
A-firm, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, want to do a visual turn into runway 23?
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra... well, we prefer following the prescribed track, please.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, roger that.
That will be interesting. Because somebody else is doing the approach here through the valley in front of us, coming this way. So they will be coming here through the valley.
Oscar Focus Lima, join holding whiskey.
Oscar Fox Lima, just holding west.
Alright. So we set this, what was the missed approach? 6,000 feet. 6,000, yeah. Good.
Radio 5 Papa Mike, wind 310 degrees 1 knots, runway 33, clear to land.
We're approaching the...
Clear to crash, Radio 5 Papa Mike.
Autopilot
Radio
off.
5 Papa Mike, please expedite vacating after landing.
Expedite vacate, Radio 5
Flight director off. And we start our descent.
Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra, traffic is Regio Airbus A320, now turning into final, join as number 2.
Okay, we join the final behind the Airbus 320, Hapag-Lloyd 56 Sierra. Yeah, it's not so easy.
Austrian 124, request taxi.
Austrian 124, taxi holding point, runway 33 via exit 4 at Lima, QNH 1022.
Holding point
We're
for
slightly high.
4 and Lima, QNH 1022.
Yeah, you see this guy here? That's the Airbus. They are 4 miles ahead of us. Reduced to VREF plus 10. We select flaps 40. And we do our right turn. But we have to descend a little bit more, otherwise we're gonna end up high.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, Salzburg Tower, good evening, we check 310
really
degrees, 11
interesting.
knots, continue number 3.
Compared to the aircraft, the cockpit at work, this is a really limited situation display. Huh? On my jet at work, it's much easier to see, to stay up to date with all the information here. Yeah, we are a bit high.
5-6 Sierra, wind 310 degrees, 1 knots, runway 33, clear to land.
Runway 33, clear to land, Hapag Lloyd 5-6 Sierra. Oops.
Regio 5 Papa Mike, continue straight on
My
via
bad.
exit 3 to stand Echo 2.
Trim.
By exit 3 to Echo 2, Regio 5 Papa Mike.
And we are back here on the glide slope, on the virtual glide slope.
400.
Approaching.
Lightning.
3.
RMP Victoria.
300.
But we are on the glide slope. So landing checklist, gear down, 3 grids, flaps 30, speed brake armed. Almost forgot, huh? Speed brake is armed. Auto brake is 2, we're doing fine.
100.
That works nicely. Very good.
Oscar Foxtrot Lima, expect another approach in about 5 minutes.
20.
Idle reverse, sorry, idle, not reverse, just idle. And we're on the ground, but here's not much room to play, huh? So we need to really sit down and land. But we will not make this exit now. 80 knots, auto brakes off, reverse off.
3,000 feet remaining.
Yeah, unfortunately there is no taxiway, no intersection to
2,000
vacate
remaining.
any earlier.
Lloyd 5-6 Sierra, taxi to Denton Whiskey 5 via Lima and exit 3.
Whiskey 5 via Lima, exit 3. Hapag Lloyd 5-6 Sierra.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo,
Landing lights
wind
off, strobe lights
310
off.
degrees, 11 knots, runway 33, clear to land. Clear to land, runway 33.
Das war jetzt Stress, ja.
Kilo.
Das stresst. Ich war zu hoch, weil ich nicht den Sinkflug richtig begonnen habe. Ich habe da, I temporarily kind of lost my situational awareness, and I'm just pampered, I'm just spoiled with the cockpit of my aircraft at work, which is much easier to read and to keep up with what's going on. This is so limited, this old style shit.
Continue number 2.
Same in the Airbus 20, yeah? This is really old style.
Austrian 124 behind landing, Lufthansa Airbus A320, line up runway 33 and wait behind.
Behind the landing, Lufthansa A320, line up and rate, runway 33 behind Lufthansa 124.
APU on, valve open on, wing light off. So he said stand Whiskey 5 via Lima and exit 3. Let's find that. So exit 3 is this one, and then Whiskey 5 is this one.
And one more question, how long will you stay online?
Approximately 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, da müssen wir uns beeilen. Yeah. So I have to admit my approach here was not ideal. I didn't like it too much because I had to dive quite a bit to get back to the optimum descent profile on final to be stabilized. And my error was first I descended a little bit too early, and then later off I maintained the altitude too long after passing the missed approach point. But hey, that's why we do that. We practice, don't we? Was that Helvetic? Holiday jet, okay.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, please expedite vacating. Expedite vacating for Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo.
Und jetzt zum Whiskey 5, Whiskey 5. That should be here, second or third on the right. Here's Whiskey 2. Let's connect the APU generators. That's done.
Eurowings 8346, expect gate
Whiskey
clearance.
3.
Expecting late clearance, Eurowings 8346.
1000. Whiskey 4 and then Whiskey 5.
310 degrees 1 knots, runway 33, cleared for takeoff.
33 cleared for takeoff, Austrian 124.
Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo, taxi to stand Echo 1 via Lima and exit 3.
Taxi to stand Lima 1 via... sorry. To stand Echo 1 via Lima and exit 3 for Lufthansa 8 Mike Kilo.
Oscar Fox Lima, join downwind, runway 33.
Joining downwind, runway 33, Oscar Fox Lima.
Oh, taxi light off. This one. Yours may.
Austrian 124 passing 1,700 feet.
Eurowings 8346, wind 310 degrees 1 knots, runway 33, cleared to land.
Clear to land 33, Eurowings 8346.
Austrian 124, contact Salzburg Radar 123725, bye bye.
Salzburg Radar 123725, Austrian 124, thanks, bye.
Cool. Whoa, lightning and thunder. Alright, so we got the APU generators connected and we can shut down the engines. Cool.
Traffic is Eurowings.
Then we do the shutdown, do list, blah blah blah, fuel pump, blah 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 blah.
Traffic inside.
Beacon off, fasten belts off, that's good. Transponder,
behind mentioned traffic, turn into final runway 33.
Behind dimension traffic, joining final
2000.
33, Oscar Fox Lima.
We made it! Well, we can as well do this here. Go here, ground services, jogs, no, GPU, forget it. No, first we need to open the doors and then we can extend the airstairs. Cool, wir haben es geschafft, we made it. Die Szenerie, ich weiß gar nicht, ist die Standard?
Confirm full stop or touch and go.
Ich weiß gar nicht, ob die Standard ist oder nicht. I don't remember. Ja, da hast du wahrscheinlich keine Hapag-Lloyd in deinem Model-Set, Costa.
Eurowings 8346.
Aber Costa, du bist unterwegs mit dem Microsoft
X3
Flight Simulator, ne? Mit dem, oder was?
X3 to stand Whiskey 3, Eurowings 8346.
Oscar Fox Lima, wind 310 degrees 1 knots, runway 33, clear, touch and go.
Runway 33, clear, touch and go, Oscar Fox Lima.
Cool. Ja, es sind noch einige Maschinen im Anflug, hier ungefähr 10 Stück. Nicht schlecht. Ah, du hast P3D, okay. Ja. Okay, ja, wahrscheinlich gibt es halt für P3D FSX gibt's halt keine Hapag-Lloyd mehr, ne, als AI-Aircraft. So, Wohin fliegen wir? Where shall we go to now? Tell me, baby, ba 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 ba.
Hello, Delta 1283, we're Whiskey 0805 on the RFP 0433. Delta 1283, Salzburg Tower, good evening, wind check 310 degrees 11 knots, continue. Continue approach, Delta 123.
Salzburg Lufthansa 6 Juliet
Also,
are ready for startup.
Plan Costa, sag, was du willst.
6 Juliet Hotel, startup approved.
Belgrad, Prag. Mir völlig egal. Ich muss nur wissen, damit ich meine Flugpläne machen kann.
To the left, Whiskey and for the Whiskey 2500 again. Direct, Whiskey, hold over Whiskey 2500 below, come on down.
Also Belgrad, it is, ja. Also, Belgrad. Oh, da ist noch jemand hier. Da ist jetzt eine billige Eurowings.
Delta 1283, wind 310. There's 133, Delta 123.
The thunder always gets me. Cool. So, then we need to do the flight planning. So, we fly to Belgrade. Belgrade it is.
Oh, we have it on the Delta 123.
Oh, there we go. So, new flight. So we are again Hapag-Lloyd and 56 Bravo like Belgrade, and we fly from LOWS to Lima Yankee Bravo Echo. Oh no, that's too far away, that alternate. No, wrong. Sky vector.
The next time low approach and after full stop. Fox Lima, Roger, expect so.
Also, where are you, Belgrade? Here, Belgrade. So, alternate Tuzla, naja.
Now overhead Grödig. Do you have traffic inside? Oscar Fox Lima, negative.
Arad, Timisoara. Okay, na gut, Timisoara, Wetter ist gut, Cav okay. Cav okay. Kraljevo. Ja, wir machen Lini. Ist der lang genug? Is the runway long enough? 8,000 feet, yeah, it's doing fine. So, of course, you want to stay in the same country if possible. So, Zibo mod, yep. Then we take at least 20 minutes extra fuel, and we take 0 fuel mass. Blah blah blah. 56 tons. That's our routing. Does it look more or less okay? Yeah, that's quite direct, yeah. Cool. Ah, wrong. Generate OFP, yes. Ja, Gewitter ist vorbei. Schön wär's, wenn hier auch was wäre noch. Okay, level 370. We need, here's our fuel, 6.4 tons. Let's start loading the plane. So payload 12.9, 6.4 on the fuel. Payload. So 6. 4. I'm sorry. Fuel. No. Fuel.
Salzburg Tower, good evening, on Central Golf on the mic, position of the
12.4, huh? Wasn't it?
Tower, good evening,
Or 12.9.
continue number 2.
12
Continue number 2 on Central Golf on the mic.
Really? 12.9. I'm too slow. Or too fast. 12.9. So we're looking at a zero fuel mass of 56 tons, and we have 56 tons. Ja, aber ich denke, wir fliegen die Kurven nicht da beim Anflug. Belgrad. Fueling is good. And we need to run the sim brief tool. And yeah, export formats. Yep, it's done that now.
Delta 1283 takes extend Whiskey 7 via Lima and exit 3. Lima exit 3 to Whiskey 7, Delta 1283.
Oh no, wrong button. So we are going from LOWS to Lima Yankee Brown Echo 01 company route loaded. Let's have a look here. The waypoints were looking good. Yeah. Can activate this and execute. Zero fuel, 56 tons. That's fine. And we're looking at plan fuel 6.4. We're still refueling. We know it's gonna be level 370, and our diversion alternate fuel is 1.3 tons plus final reserve 1.1, so that's 2.4 tons reserve fuel, cost index 85. Average wind 295.25, so almost no change to the previous flight, and probably the ISA deviation will be +5. Oh no, it's +3 only. Flying a little bit further east. Well, we wait for that to finish. And I will need to log out and in again with my new call sign, and I have to update the overlay. Ja, danke. Aber immerhin, hey, der Frederik hat jetzt Flug gemacht, das war anstrengend, ne? Der Flug, das war anspruchsvoll. Hier der RMP-Approach und was auch immer, Circling, das ist nicht ohne bei dem Wetter. Das ist, ja, also, Kudos, wie man so schön sagt. I will stop this stream now for about 20 seconds to change the stream information, and I'm gonna be back. So stay put if you want to watch the next flight or the beginning of the next flight. I'll be off for 10-20 seconds. See you in a moment.